No mysterious intro today, I'm way too tired for that, so let's just get straight into it. Thursday night, a brand new Minecraft cape was revealed to the public, and it was the first new official cape in many years, excluding the migration cape, which hasn't yet been added to any accounts to our knowledge. Since then, there has been a ton of confusion and theories regarding the cape and the account that has it. So in today's episode of Minecraft Uncovered, we'll be exploring the discovery of the balloon cape, the history of its owner, and what the cape could mean. So let's start with the actual discovery of the cape, because a lot of people still aren't sure when it was found, who the finders were, and how they found it. The original finders of this cape were a small group comprised of my good buddies Lucky the Swede, Tan the Pug, Caustic the Goat, and Jami the cat girl enthusiast, who you probably recognize from a few of my past videos. They've mainly been researching invalids over the past year or so, finding tons of new ones both present and past, exploits or glitches involving these names, and much more. But invalids are far from their only interest. I've gotten help from them at least a little bit with probably every single one of my videos involving rare accounts or usernames, which means experience with nearly every type of account there is. So, alongside the huge invalid project that I've mentioned in a few past videos, they've also been looking for uncached capes. Mostly these finds have been Minecon capes, though they've also found quite a few Mojang capes that weren't known before. But nobody was expecting to find a brand new, never before seen cape design. It was found all the way back on the 23rd, and on the 28th they invited myself and Nicky, who you might know as xinabox, to a group chat discussing the new cape, among other things. After we found that the account was also on the staging API that Mojang staff used for testing, we realized we wouldn't be able to get the account, and decided to release the cape to the public, and at 11:30 PM the next day, we all gathered in my Discord along with around 10 spectators that had no idea what we had in store.
You're probably gonna do it twice, do it too.
Yeah. Alright, we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Unidentified.
They click on it.
Zero
How does it? I'm gonna look up.
It's
How does it show up on?
It literally just shows up
Like,
as
go on the-
unidentified.
go on the
Look at
capes.
Yeah, look at this.
Let's
look at
go.
It's
this.
unidentified.
Unidentified. It takes up a whole slot.
That's
Based on it,
It takes up an entire
based on
slot.
it being on.
Yo!
That's
That is
insane.
wild.
Wait.
It's crazy.
No way.
Crazy.
Sound waves like freaking out.
I opened up screen share and searched the account on NameMC for the first time in front of about 15 people, the first time the account or cape had ever been seen outside of our small group. Naturally, the news spread like wildfire. Within minutes, it had already been spread to Nicky's Discord, Chucky's Discord, the NameMC Discord, some private groups I'm in, and probably a lot more. Within 24 hours, it had begun to spread outside of Discord and across social media as a whole, with discussions on Reddit and Hypixel, tons of smaller YouTubers making videos about the cape, and even a few larger ones talking about it on Twitter. Even as I'm writing this, the account has gone from 0 views on NameMC to over 7,000 in just 3 days, making it likely the fastest growing NameMC account in history. But along with this massive explosion in popularity, a lot of misinformation has unfortunately plagued the community, specifically regarding what the cape is for. Let's talk about that. Now, the actual meaning of this cape is unclear, even to myself and the other people that revealed it. However, there are a lot of theories, and I'll be going over all the major ones I've seen and explaining why they do or don't hold up. But let's start by debunking some of those that can easily be written off. The first of these was actually the first theory I saw at all, and it's that this cape was given to a Make-A-Wish kid or something like that. Now, this is kind of silly, but it's actually something that's been discussed in the community for years, though not seriously. Mojang has never accepted requests like these before regarding capes or usernames though, so we're highly doubtful that this could ever happen, and we know it didn't happen here for reasons I'll get to in just a bit. The other really big theory I've seen is that this was a reward for the 2 millionth or 10 millionth Minecraft player, just like the Star Cape was a reward for the 1 millionth player Akronman1, but this theory can easily be brushed off. First off, the account is a Microsoft account as opposed to a classic Mojang account, meaning it could have only been created since December, far too late to be the 2 millionth or 10 millionth player. I believe we're nearing on 40 million Minecraft Java players now. This also would have likely been announced publicly if Minecraft had hit a huge milestone like this, along with the info about the cape and its winner, but there hasn't been anything like that, and once again, there's been some new development that confirms this theory can't be true. Now that those are out of the way, let's go into some of the more reasonable theories I've seen. The first is that this account was owned by Mojang staff and was used to test migration. Firstly, as the account is on the staging API, we know that whoever owns this does have some link with Mojang staff. I can also back up that migration testing is happening among Mojang staff, both from public tweets and some private information I've received, so this is certainly possible. I don't see why there would be a special cape for just a random migrated account though, so I personally proposed that this could have potentially been the first account to ever be migrated, or perhaps even the first Microsoft account whatsoever. Another theory is that this was actually a birthday cape to a Mojang employee, which is supported by the birthday theme of the cape, but not much else. The design of the cape also looks much closer to their older capes than their newer ones, meaning it probably wasn't made anytime recently, which it likely would have been if it was specifically for one person's birthday. Still, it's certainly possible that this is the case, so I've kept it in the back of my mind. There's also a theory that this cape could possibly be one of the mysterious veteran capes we've heard so much about, and prior to now seen nothing about. A lot of people lost faith in the existence of veteran capes, either choosing to believe it was an old cancelled idea or a poorly worded bit of info about migration capes, but I never really bought into that. I'm really hoping that this is one of the veteran capes, but I don't really have anything to support the theory other than that it's possible and the birthday theme matches with veteran capes being given out based on the birthday of your Minecraft account. And now for the final and most likely explanation for this cape. The cape was actually being tested for the 10-year birthday of Minecraft, and we accidentally found it earlier than they expected. The 10-year birthday of Minecraft is actually coming up quite soon, and that would explain the birthday theme, why it's on an account owned by a Mojang staff, and why the design looks so old. It was likely made a long time ago along with all the other special event capes, some of which are on screen now, and was just never shown publicly until it got close to the time of release. This is probably the best theory we have so far, and if I had to guess, this one is most likely to end up being true. But it's certainly not the only one, and because of that, there's also been a lot of speculation about the owner of the account. Is it a Mojang staff member? If so, why does he specifically get the cape? And if it's not a Mojang staff member, then do we know anything about them at all? Well, this was going to be the most confusing part of the story. Usually we'd be able to find some social media with the username Great Escape, but besides a possible Twitch account without anything on it, we were lost there. So then we had to turn to using logic and the very little information we've been able to find, being that he was likely linked to Mojang due to the account on their staging API for testing, and that he might have been German as he's only been seen in-game on GomHD, a German Minecraft network that I made a video about roughly 2 months ago, which you can check out if you're interested. The theory at the time was that he must have been either working for Mojang out of another country, or perhaps working for a company called Netlight Consulting that, while partnered with Mojang and based out of Stockholm, Sweden, was still a separate company and had nearly half of their offices in Germany. But thanks to a slightly cryptic tweet from our good pals in Mojang, we now have a vague but confirmed identity of Great Escape. I'll just read out what was said, no paraphrasing or anything. I've been getting questions about Great Escape and his cape. The account is owned by a Mojang employee leading the work on Minecraft.net. Maybe he is really into birthday parties. I can't blame him. So now we know for a fact that Great Escape is a Mojang employee. This shoots down the Netlight theory as well as the ones regarding him being a winner of a milestone cape or a Make-A-Wish kit. Now, do we know which employee this belongs to? Absolutely not, but that isn't super important as I have a feeling we might find out more about him in the future if he's truly leading work on the website. What I'm most interested in though is the last sentence, the one about birthday parties. That seems like a bit of an odd thing to just throw in there, and to me it seems like a hint towards Mojang's plans for the future. Since he specifically mentioned birthday parties, I think our previous theory about the 10-year birthday of Minecraft is correct, and they'll be throwing some sort of party for it. Veteran capes wouldn't really make sense to have a party if millions of players will be receiving them, and there wasn't a birthday party for migration, so this is likely our best bet. But when will it come and who will get the cape? That's a question we'll only be able to answer with time. That's it for the video. Again, I'm sorry this is a bit of a shorter video. I'm really working to get the big project out, and I'm probably like 70% done at this point. I'm posting updates in my Discord, which is also where we've been announcing these crazy new account finds, so you might want to check that out. This video also came out a lot later than I had hoped, but I wasn't actually able to work on it for 2 days because I just got back from vacation, so I was packing, then on the road, then I had to unpack everything and set my computer back up, and then I had like 11 packages waiting for me when I got back that I had to open and set up, so I didn't really get a chance to work on it until Sunday, and I was fortunately able to get it done pretty quickly. That's all I have to say though, so hope you all enjoyed, and have a good one. Peace, peace.